Hey everyone, Mason here. Brief explanation, the recording session of this episode was about an hour and 50 minutes long, but I've broken it up into 3 parts at around 40 minutes. Side note, did you know you could just grab free loops offline to create your own song? Anyways, enjoy the episode.
So here's the deal. I'm Parker.
I'm Mason.
I'm Seth.
Mander.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were about to bash his face in with that microphone.
I thought he was going to eat it.
And we're going to the hospital, all right.
End of episode.
Our first WAWTAT on the way to the ER.
WAWTAT wheeling to Andrew's hospital trip.
We're live in the ambulance right now.
If you haven't seen that, by the way, he's referencing the ambulance video.
On the WAWTAT YouTube channel.
On the WAWTAT YouTube channel.
Okay, something we discovered in between the episodes is that
Don't say it.
Oh, we're going to edit it in.
Bro,
That's right.
Come on, man.
I didn't say it yet. They'll know what we're talking about now, though.
So, Seth, this is our first time recording an episode ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm glad to be here, guys.
With
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Thank
No.
you.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
Tell us.
Tell a poop story in 5 to 10 minutes.
Like, I have to wait 5 to 10 minutes? We'll just sit here for 5 minutes, as I think. Goodness sakes, though.
We'll just play all of Young Martian's discography. While he
When
thinks
that's done.
And then
I
when
do a
that's
poop
done,
story. It's hidden in our songs.
yeah.
You just got to splice it together. No, like, legitimately, though. Like,
It can be anything. We've had 2 stories about throwing underwear away at the church.
shockingly identical stories. by the way.
Shockingly identical stories.
dang.
AJ and Jared
Wow.
both threw away their underwear.
Big boys. So that makes sense.
Parker almost died. Let the record show.
Just big boys.
I can think of such a better pee story
Uh,
than poop, which is not the vibe.
I don't know. It might be.
Maybe.
Is that allowed?
Can you crank?
Is it the first pee story?
Can you rapid fire it?
Rapid
Have
fire
you had a
it?
pee story?
In more ways
No.
than one. Yes, I did.
All right, let's hear the pee. If it's a kidney stone, does that count as poop?
I don't know if he's young.
No.
Andrew's like, yes.
Andrew said yes.
He said, I'm a Samaladuma. Yes.
No, yeah, I can't. Okay. So this story,
Andrew, you separating cups? Oh,
I got you a cup.
that's so kind of you.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, poop story that we've never recorded an episode before. Now this is not being edited into the last episode.
Definitely.
So yeah, straight up, I'll tell you the pee story
Yeah, sure.
because that's the first thing that came to my head. I legitimately cannot remember how old I was, but I'm gonna take a guess and say it was around like 10.
Okay, that's better than 13.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like around 10. I was sitting. I was so mad. I can't even remember why I was mad. But I was like, it was like a small group or something like that, like my parents were in. And so I always like went and just hung out with, the other
Sure.
family's kids and stuff like that.
Neighbor kids.
And this was in the lovely town of Kingsley, Michigan.
Nice. Classic.
And
I lived there.
You did live there.
I legitimately cannot remember who I was sitting with, but I remember sitting outside on like the first, like going into their house. They had 2 steps on the sidewalk, and then that went into their front door.
Okay.
We were sitting on those steps, and I was just like so mad for whatever reason at like my parents or what, I can't remember, but I was so upset, and I was just like, I'm not going back in that house. Like, I don't care if you go back in the house. I don't really care. Like, you can leave, whatever. I'm not even like talking to anyone. I'm not going back into that house until my parents come out and take me home.
Childhood rage is wild.
Yes.
I've had like a total of 4 conversations with his parents, both parents combined, as an adult. I cannot imagine a world where I would ever be upset with either of them.
I can't either. That's the funny thing. I don't know why I was upset. I can
Isn't
never.
that
Yeah.
incredible?
Yeah, I
was
mean,
just
I
kids.
love my parents, and I cannot think of why I would like get angry at them, but I knew I was when I was
Yeah,
younger.
exactly. It was probably something like, you can't play with that toy. It's theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm like, no, I'm gonna sit outside until we leave.
I'm gonna maul and just be so angry.
I was sitting out
I'm gonna
there.
write wrong or right.
Yeah, and this is
This is inspiring a story that I'm gonna turn into a song one day.
I love how you think I had that type of language when I was 10 years old.
I'm gonna turn this into a song
one day.
I'm a foot.
But I was sitting there. I'm like, I'm not going back into the house until my parents pick me up and we leave. Not like literally pick me up because I
Yeah.
could walk. But
Understand? I'm
I
hoping
was
to
sitting there,
attend.
right? I was sitting there and I was like, man, I'm so mad. Like I have to go to the bathroom, but I'm not going back in the house. Are you kidding me? And I like didn't have like I'm just like I'm gonna rebel and just like just a little bit like it's fine just like
as every 10-year-old does.
hold it off a little bit more until I get home and then I can let the rest go.
Sure.
right? Not knowing that wasn't possible for me back. I'm so mad. I'm wearing khaki shorts.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
So
no!
I sit there and just start peeing in my shorts, and I'm
What-
sitting there. It's like, like.
What's your
obviously,
reaction? Do you just go, and I'm still angry, so I'm gonna keep sitting here and wetting my pants?
Pretty much, I just sat there until it was all done, right? And so I just see obviously the impact of my shorts. It starts like soaking into the
Shorts? Oh no!
soaking into the pavement of the steps because it was like just cement steps
Oh.
going down, and then the like friend that was there. I think his name
Were
was
they
Titus.
sitting next to you?
Yes, they were sitting next to me, and they were just like, "Bruh," went inside and told everyone.
Oh no!
He's like, he's 10, so he's like, he doesn't know what
He doesn't
people to
understand
tell
the
them. He's just like,
replications.
this is great, man. I was in there. My mom comes out. They're like, "What happened?"
You're like, I anger peed.
This is out of anger because I couldn't play with their toy.
I love. Now that I think about it, it's very understandable. This is gonna break the fourth wall that you didn't tell one of these stories last episode where I also talked about getting engaged to my girlfriend, because just the
juxtaposition.
juxtaposition is so funny. Because I was like, dude, we could name this episode "Anger Pee,"
Oh,
and I was like, I don't know what I should name it because I also talked about getting engaged.
engagement B.
Anger P engagement.
Oh, something like that. That's
Yeah,
funny.
But that was an
I
interesting.
guess that counts as a poop. We
Another
could
one-
open it to pee and
Open
poop
it up
stories.
to
Yeah.
excretion stories.
Oh gosh.
I guess throw up.
I had so
I was
many.
honestly, I was listening to the last episode today during lunch, and I was eating food, and I was like, I don't want to eat this anymore. And someone was like, and I pooped all down my pants, and I was like,
Ooh.
this sandwich tastes funny.
Yeah. I've had so many different things where I didn't even have to do anything with like poop or pee or anything, but like so many times that I sleepwalked so much as a kid or sleptwalk or
He
whatever.
really is a replacement for John Michael.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, but I sleptwalked
Wanna come hang out
all
more?
the time.
Because John Michael sleptwalked.
And I freaked out my mom one time because she woke up at like, I don't know, 7 in the morning or whatever to go to the bathroom, and I'm just sitting on the toilet, like pants down but underwear on,
Sure.
just like
As one
sitting
does.
on the toilet, zoned out. Like I was
Yeah.
asleep, but sitting on the toilet straight up.
I,
And she like rubbed me. She was like, "Are you okay?" And then she like moved me back to bed. I was still asleep. I talked to her, but I was asleep.
Dude, I think I said this on the podcast already, but my dad was sitting in the living room. I was like 6 or 7, and I walked out of my bedroom just naked, peeing the whole way to the bathroom.
Yes.
Got to the bathroom, immediately flushed, and walked back. I was like, "Night, Dad." He's like, "Night, bud." I just
Dang.
slept walk the whole way.
Yeah.
It's the story
Speaking
I
of
got.
pee, we've got a very special episode.
This is a different episode. Cut off there.
Oh, son of a gun. Man.
Thanks for listening. I don't know how I'm going to edit that
No.
together.
I don't have to do
I believe in you.
Hot entrance.
Okay, so
No, you put that part, and then you put the intro song, and then it's the engagement.
Ooh, that's pretty good. All right, we'll figure it out. I like Andrew's idea. He was
What are we talking about today? 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 Hey, hey, what are we talking about today? Hey.
We'll figure it out. I like Andrew's idea. He wasn't mic'd up for it, but we might just put that part at the beginning of the last episode. All right.
That's what I.
Beginning,
Yeah.
music. Perfect. All
So
right, got it.
I said the same thing you said.
Okay, so now we're starting a brand new episode.
Yes. So welcome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the What Are We Talking About Today podcast. Woo! Woo! Same cast as last. Same cast as last time.
I'm Parker.
I'm Mason.
I'm Seth.
Commander.
We also did this intro for the edit part, but that's fine. This will be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
This is okay.
Okay, so we talked about it on the last episode, which came out 2 months ago. And now sometimes I think about you. Not the right song, is it? Put it in again. All the night I think about is you. And we're gonna actually throw it over to Andrew or Parker to introduce what we're doing this episode.
Parker, you introduce the concept, and then I'll explain the concept.
I'll handle it. I'll handle that portion.
And I'll handle the rest.
So
And I'll sit here.
Andrew has an interesting way of brainchilding things and then making me the foster father of it.
I like
So-
how you said that. That is accurate.
He came up with this entire concept that is shaking the culinary industry, specifically in the drinkage department, called mouthfeel.
No, oh, that's true.
And we've talked about this on the podcast, but it's when, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's when you have something that you're eating or drinking, and it just has a quality that you can only describe as the mouthfeel of that item. And so,
It's kind of like it's the idea of like the texture, the food. Is it squishy? Is it is it not? The fizziness, the fullness.
It's
what's
every
does
part
it coat
of
the mouth?
yeah,
the
and it's like,
mouthfeel.
There probably is. I guarantee there's probably like a term for it.
Sure.
How does it make my teeth feel?
Yeah, but it's like, how's your mouth feel after finishing that drink or taking that bite? Like it just.
Yeah. So
It started.
it started in its original context as when Andrew was a salesperson, he would go up to his customers and say, "Hey, try out this Ghost. Its mouthfeel is incredible."
Never actually did that. But I would do it to my friends. I did not a random stranger.
No,
while
he's
working
lying.
at my old job would be like, hey, you see, like you'd be interested in a good mouthfeel of this Ghost.
Dude, no. I remember you were saying, you were like, yeah, a customer was asking me, or I was just talking to someone. Maybe it wasn't a customer. Maybe it was just a person. But you were like, yeah, I just have been really liking Ghost Energy lately.
I think
And this other person was like, oh, why do you like it so much? And you're just like, something about the mouthfeel.
I think it was Britton and Baku Bishop.
Oh, was it?
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it.
He's
I
been
feel
on this podcast before.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mouthfeel. I feel like was invented at camp, right?
14,
Like it.
bro?
Like just before camp, just around camp.
Yeah.
Like, it just was kind of one of those going in. Like I was in a space of life where I was more. My mind was more open to things. And so I was just like
Parker just gargled. I'm hoping that was water and not an energy drink.
going more full experience of life and joy. So, and I just one day, I'm not a big energy drink fan. I'll just be straight up. And one day I popped a Ghost. I'm like tropical mango. I was like, I'll try this. Jared, my brother, really was like, dude, I'm addicted. I was like, all right, bro, get help, but let me try this. And my mouth felt full. I took a sip and my mouth felt full.
Mm.
I
You
did
got
not-
every flavor.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't chug it.
Yeah.
I took a sip of it in my mouth. Like I was just like, did
There-
I drink more than I thought I did?
There was no part of you that was left longing for something
and
else.
I was like, that's.
Mm.
I'm just gonna refer to this as that was an incredible mouthfeel.
Yeah. So then today we have.
Yeah. So what are we doing today, Part?
So today, we've got a bunch of different energy drinks, and we're going to rate the mouthfeel. So we've got a classic, just standard run-of-the-mill Monster, standard run-of-the-mill Rockstar. We've got the Gatorade Fast Twitch, which is like a cross between Gatorade and an energy drink, so that'll be interesting. Celsius, which is this is a Celsius sparkling. Is it supposed to be sparkling? Is that like the normal? Okay.
It'll do, yeah.
It'll
So
do.
that one's a sparkling
do,
one,
pig.
so that'll be interesting. We've got a Mountain Dew Energy, which has a lion on it. Shout out Liam.
Cute.
We've got Red Bull,
Lion and
standard run-of-the-mill Red Bull,
Love Red Bull.
which my first exposure to Red Bull, by the way,
Camp?
was on my butt cheek.
Oh,
It was when John Palm was my youth leader still,
sure.
and somebody had spilled some Red Bull on the stage, and I got up to sit on the edge of the stage to watch an event at like a Christmas party, and sat on this puddle of Red Bull, and I was like, why is my butt cheek soaked?
Tingly.
And I got up, and I was like, oh, dude, it's soaked in Red Bull. So we've got Bang. It did get
My first
yeah, it
exposure
did
to Red Bull was at camp. It was what was the juice called? The
Ruby on the Rocks.
Ruby on the Rocks.
We've got G Fuel
Just bring
Sonic,
that back.
Zoa, which is shout out Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh,
Are you related? Oh, nice.
We just doing one of these.
He's Dwayne is Seth's uncle. And then I got 2 flavors, but we've got 2 ghosts. We've got the sour green apple Warhead and the Sour Patch Kid. Do you want to do just one?
We'll just do one, yeah.
Okay, let's do this one then, because I haven't tried it yet. And then to rehydrate, we've got Powerade, Gatorade Fit, Electrolyte, Gator Light, and Gatorade Zero.
Perfect.
I couldn't find the Gatorade Protein one. That would be a good example of a horrible mouthfeel.
Yeah.
It literally powders your mouth out. Like you drink
Ugh.
it and you feel like it's dehydrating your mouth.
ugh.
Yeah.
I will
It's like
say
powdery protein.
no.
Yeah.
Yucky. Something.
Powder your mouth out.
Something I will say is that I have not had an energy drink in I think 5 months now, and so I am breaking that streak to test these energy drinks out with you guys today. So
Let's first of all, Mason,
yeah,
huge shout out to you for doing this.
for breaking my
For breaking your
celibacy
celibacy of energy drinks.
of energy drinks.
And huge shout out, recently engaged. So
Yeah, that was the last episode. Fully related, because my girlfriend was like, as someone with ADHD, you really shouldn't be drinking energy drinks because it is not good for you.
No,
Especially like if you do drink anything caffeine, drink it before 10 a.m. I was like, 10 p.m. you mean?
which is technically before 10 a.m. tomorrow, so you're all right.
Oh, perfect. So it is 3 a.m. now. I just sit in my hotel room. I have a Yellowstone National Park mug that Parker has kindly given to me.
Give me a blue plastic cup.
Let's,
Kind of.
I feel like the mouth feels better. Okay, so something we will have to discuss. I feel like mouth feels better out of can. Almost for everything.
for those at home,
doing
who are going to
this?
do this? Take it from the can.
Take it from the can. Because I like Mountain Dew. I like Mountain Dew from a Taco Bell dispenser.
Sure, it's just different. It's like Coke
Then-
at McDonald's, like it's Sprite at McDonald's.
Right.
It's different.
Then from a can. Then from a bottle. We're all getting mugs now.
I think we should all do it from the can.
And he's like, is someone with 2 tiny children?
I probably have things you guys don't.
Right. Okay,
So let's just do simplified scales of 5.
sure.
1 to 5, 5 being high, 1 being low.
Okay.
Like it.
We want to do no round numbers, or we're not worried about that. I mean, it can't be like 3. It's gonna be like 3.1.
Oh. No round numbers, so you can't just say a number?
Yeah, it's gotta be like 3 point something.
I normally
Why
do
wouldn't we
that
just
anyways.
up it to 10 anyways then?
Okay, let's just
No,
go-
integers only. Wait, integers is, I don't know. I did not do school very well.
Never mind. Let's just go 1 to 10. No straight up numbers. It's got to be like the point something. Seth wise.
Yep.
This is how unorganized this is. This is the most organized episode of WAWTAT has ever been.
Yeah.
We can
Let's start
with
with That's when that triggered it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with Ghost then.
We should start with one ghost, end it with the other ghost.
Ooh,
Come full circle.
Come full
that's
circle.
gonna explode.
Air dap.
Yes.
I didn't snap. My bad.
Sorry, dude.
All right, pour me in. Let the record show, for some reason or another, Parker decided to pour into Andrew's cup before mine, after he was already holding the can next to my cup.
So we're going on. Let's see. We got some smell.
It smells.
Is this a new Warhead flavor?
The thing that I love about Ghost and respect about them is like their flavors taste like their flavors, or at least
Yeah.
smell like
Okay.
it.
They're true
Wait,
to...
honestly, it smells like a tiny bit like apple juice.
A little bit.
Well, it's green apple.
Green apple.
Oh, that makes sense. I
Smells like
didn't.
a
I
green-
should have
smells like a
looked
green
at that.
apple Jolly Rancher.
Ghost flavors have high fidelity, in other words.
Mm,
It smells like Warhead.
true.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Let's
It
do
smells
it.
like a green apple Warhead.
Tastes
Yeah.
exactly how it's
Yeah.
supposed to.
Tastes like apple cider, kind of.
It tastes like fizzy apple cider. It tastes exactly like it should. It
What
makes
I
me
love
want to
about it
drink more.
Is it literally hits like the center of your tongue and it feels like it like
Yeah.
explodes up.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah.
literally like
I think the thing I like about
Full fill.
Ghosts is that the flavor is way more prominent than the energy drink aftertaste that you
Yes.
normally get.
so
yeah.
true.
It's like having what Andrew was saying about it's literally I got it and I was thinking it's like a pop rock.
Dude, yes.
That's what it is, where it
exactly
like
what it is.
explodes
I see
and
that.
covers everything.
So good.
So we're going 1 to 10, or 1 to 5. 1 to 10.
We have so many, that's why I said 1 to 5, but we can go 1 to 10. Let's go 1 to 10.
Okay. Are we gonna write down these numbers? I feel like we should. That makes sense. But like, we're not gonna remember.
True. I'll write them down. I tend to be the paper keeper here. I think I'll give it a 10. Just because I think that's a good, like, this is what we're shooting for.
Yeah.
This is what we
it's
wanna
what created
see.
mouthfeel. Because I would say 9.9, 10. Like, you know, it is.
Yeah,
it's-
9.5 maybe. Like, it could be perfected, perhaps, but this is
Yeah.
like I'll give it a 9.5.
Yep.
And if
Yeah.
I get something that blows me away, that'd
Mhm.
be a 10.
Yeah, I was thinking 9.6 for this.
That is the only issue with starting with Ghost, because we know we love it so much. But yeah, I think from what I know so far, it is my favorite energy drink I've ever had. It is my 10 based off of everything else. But we'll see when we get to the secondary Ghost at the end if it's still a 10.
True.
Or our tongues just scalded by then.
I don't know if they can be scolded from like half a sip that Parker poured me.
So if we round that out, 9.5 is just a safe
Yeah,
baseline.
because I mean, would you guys rate it? I was reading.
9.6.
9.5.
Yeah, so it seems like a solid 9.5
Yep.
is
Yep.
going to be where it's for the table.
That feels healthy.
All right. What's next?
Round 2. Just go down the line, whatever's left to right.
Yeah, that works.
We want to stick with like the more traditional ones,
Yeah, actually, let's.
the crazier ones. Maybe?
I
Let's
like
do
that.
let's do like a Red Bull.
Yeah, I was
next.
thinking Red Bull.
Okay.
And then Rockstar, probably. Maybe.
Some of that.
Red Bull is probably the most
Yeah. I will say Red Bull for the longest time was my. Oh, here we go.
Ooh. I
That's
think we
clean
have
on.
to we
It
have
is
to
a
put
clean
that
Red-
in the
that
ratings.
yeah, that is a part of.
It's a clean snap.
That'll put it at like a 3 off
Yep.
the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Color-wise, the color of Red Bull always throws me off.
Yucky.
True.
Yucky looking.
It is,
It's pea colored.
it's
Back
a
down to 2.5.
little snotty. Yep.
Oh, 2. Is it a 2?
But once again, you should only ever drink it from the tin can it comes from.
True.
Like you're not.
So you can't even look at
What
it.
is the smell of Red Bull? What
I don't know.
it.
is it? Medicine?
I've thought a lot about this. It smells like a chemical mixture that is a warning sign to most mammals that you are about to poison yourself.
You know what the
But to
smell is?
human beings, it's like, oh yeah,
It's a Smartie.
I Parker took it from me. I was gonna say
Like a chemical Smartie.
the
Yeah.
what's the one by Willy Wonka? The no, almost
But
there.
It's like a fizzy. It's got. Like
Yeah.
it's like a powder. It starts like a little disc, but it becomes like powder.
Sweet tarts.
Yeah.
It's sweet tart smelling.
Yeah.
Which is when I tried to recreate this after camp, I couldn't remember. I couldn't find nerds or what was it? It is sweet.
Nerds and
It
sweet
is.
tarts.
Yeah, sweet tarts is what we use for
All right.
the secret
All right,
mixture. We might have to bleep that. All right, here we go.
Let's down it.
It's really good. I love it.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I don't know. Andrew has a look on his face.
So flavor-wise, I enjoy the flavor of Red Bull. Like
Sure.
It's like a straightforward. It is. I don't think it has a flavor. It actually the flavor is energy drink, right? Like that's like your.
Yeah.
I get that.
I don't get the same full mouthfeel
Mm-mm.
though. It's
Yeah.
way less fizzy. It's way more just like
It
I'm gonna
feels
chug
worse
this,
for
I'm
you.
gonna mix it like it's
It is much more of a like a casual drink. You know what I mean? Like Ghost, you're like I'm gonna have a Ghost. Red Bull, you're like I'm gonna get an energy drink.
that's a perfect way to say it. Yeah.
It's just like
I think honestly, because the Ghost we had was what green apple, and it's a Sour Patch or not Sour Patch,
Sour
Warhead,
Warhead.
right? I honestly think Red Bull has more of the sour feel than the Ghost did, with it being a Warhead drink. It kind of hits like the cheekbones more. I feel like. Yeah,
Interesting.
I feel like Red Bull did that more than the Ghost.
Interesting. I thought it was very, yeah, it is like more flat than the Ghost. Like it didn't explode at all, but it was, it had a satisfying, like silky smoothness to it.
Again, easy drinker, like just like
yeah, like
Yeah.
satin sheets.
Yeah.
Like
I look at it like you could open a Red Bull, and I feel like you could like set it and forget it for a minute,
yeah,
like almost throw it back in the fridge. As gross as that sounds, and
For
then
sure, but
come
it-
back to it.
it doesn't have that much carbonation. Like
It'd
it
be the
is.
same.
I think minimal because it is smooth.
yeah,
Like-
real smooth.
I don't know in terms of alcohol or anything, but like in terms of like limited carbonation, very smooth drink.
Yep. This
Yeah.
this for me is like a 7.5. This is like your, like just your basic like, I would, if I'm in a pinch, I'll grab the Red Bull. I like the flavored Red Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
This is like that 7.5.
I actually
to
don't.
an
I like base
8,
Red Bull.
Like, it's just kind of like your. It's a good energy drink. Like
Yeah.
it's the to me this is the OG compared to like some of the others that we're gonna have.
This was the OG
Yeah.
energy drink I had.
Mhm.
I had it at camp, mixed into stuff, and I was like, wow, Red Bull's really good. This is the first energy I started drinking. Because previous to that, I just drank Mountain Dew.
It's
And I
great.
haven't had soda or energy drinks in a long time.
It's great as like an ingredient.
Mm.
I think as far as when we get to mouthfeel though, it relies more on its flavor than it does on like the sensation. Which
I-
if we're rating mouthfeel, that's more damaging.
Right.
Yeah, we are rating mouthfeel. That's fair. Because I would rate, if I wanted an energy drink for camp, in terms of ghosts, I want to enjoy the ghosts. But if I just want the energy to get through a camp day, I'm going to down a Red Bull.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we.
It limited mouthfeel. Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.
I'm
So
going to go
we-
8.
We are just doing mouthfeel and not taste, right?
can
Taste is part of
consider-
it. But, like,
For me,
the
it's-
usability of it,
I'm
like
trying to
the
s-
idea of, like, using it on a day of camp, that's not what we're rating it on. It's
Right.
just, like, the actual flavor and,
Okay.
like, how it feels in your mouth. Like you said, it
Yeah.
hit, like, the jaw.
Mm-hmm. I'll give it a 8. I think that's good.
okay, so that bumps it to like a 7.7.
Yeah.
I think it's
7.7 feels good.
Yep.
Okay.
Gosh, I cannot wait for the other microphone to come in because we really do randomly just have 4 people all the time.
Yeah.
Immaculate. Do we want to go with another classic or kind of mix it up?
Let's go back and forth. So this one's
How about we crank out? I'm gonna not say what I was gonna say. How about we try the one from Dwayne the Rock
Little
Johnson?
Dwayne Johnson.
It's called Zoa.
Ooh.
Wow.
That was a big snap.
That one felt like
Wow.
a soda bottle.
Yeah.
I'm liking these pours more, way more than what Parker was giving us, which was half of a sip.
What you? No. First,
Parker's like,
first,
I need all of this for when I go
Okay,
back to
hold on.
teaching.
let the record show these guys were screaming at me. We don't need that much. And then the next time
No,
you're
I
like,
didn't.
oh, bro, it's all recorded.
Okay, this smells
But he's
weird.
also the editor.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can cut that out easy.
Oh, the flavor,
Okay.
by the way, the flavor is.
Oh yeah, we need to know the flavor.
I just looked at my
Watermelon?
glass.
White peach.
White peach.
White peach.
The color is like a more lemony Red Bull color. It's
So-
not quite the pea color of Red Bull, but
Yeah.
a little more lemon juice looking.
Let the
It's
record
like-
show. We have now left my area of expertise. I have only ever had Ghosts or Red Bulls, so we are now outside of that area.
Did you say lemon juice?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
a
if you
ginger ale-y
squeezed
lemon
out.
juice. Like,
Yeah, like if you squeezed out a lemon into a
Yeah.
Red Bull.
Yep.
That's like the.
It smells
of
like
it.
a strong tea.
I honestly hate the smell. Something about
Yes,
it
it
doesn't
does.
like. It makes me not want to drink
It's
Well, it's a peachy smell.
it is.
know.
peach.
It's like a
Like a cotton candy peach.
like a sweet tea,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
a
that's what we
brisk.
want, sweet tweet.
Yeah.
All right, let's just down it.
Let's get to it. Oh, I love that.
It's got the tea aftertaste.
You know what it
Yeah.
tastes like? It does have the tea aftertaste. It tastes like peach rings.
Yeah.
The candy peach rings is exactly what that tastes
Almost
like.
like if Arizona tea made a
Uh huh.
peach ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's got that. It starts like an energy drink because you can taste like the fizziness. A little bit more mouthfeel than a Red Bull,
More mouthfeel than a Red
That's
Bull.
what I was thinking. I'm getting the same.
but then a tea aftertaste, like a flat tea aftertaste.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm getting the same like silky suaveness of the Red Bull, but it was a little more
I
bubbly.
kind of love it.
Like I got
Like it's-
more of that explosive, not like
Yep.
explosive, but like a toot of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
The Pop
the
Rocks
warhead
like-
was incredible, like boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
ghosts.
like in my mouth.
Firework. Yep.
This was more of that, but it wasn't like that level.
Because it flatten. It literally flattens out like a tea.
Like real quick.
Yes, it's like fizz tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know how I feel about it because I've never been like the biggest fan of peach. As far as an energy drink goes, it is. I don't know. It's a mix of everything. There's a lot of flavor, but then you have the like aftertaste of an energy drink, but then it goes to tea aftertaste.
Yeah.
So
So
it kind of hits every mark. But I'm not
it
sure
does
if that
hit
means
quite a
it's
few
good.
marks. If you're a coworker of mine listening to this podcast, so Max Bauer's Meat Market is right next to Haggerty, and when we are all working on site for a month or two, almost every day I would go and buy a thing of peach rings, like a big pack of peach rings, and finish them like every day. It was very unhealthy.
Wow.
To the point where randomly a 5-pound bag of peach rings showed up on my doorstep from Amazon, and it was one of my coworkers, and they still haven't to this day told me. But like, I'm the peach rings guy at work.
Wow.
I still love peach rings. Like, very good. So I'm loving this off of flavor. So
Gotcha.
I got to recount that out of being like, this is mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Like, would you feel the same about like a orange flavored?
Right. Probably not.
whatever this is called, yeah.
Right.
I think I was really considering the experience. It surprised me. Like I was expecting
Uh-huh.
it not to be what it was. Like I was expecting more of like a lesser Red Bull because the can looks pretty humble.
It's a more Red Bull. I'm going to give it, if Ghost is a 10, which I have rated it that, and Red Bull is an 8, I'm going to give this a 9.
Wow.
Hmm.
I gave Red Bull a 7. I'm gonna give this an 8. It's like
Fair.
an improved Red Bull.
Yeah, it does taste like an improved Red Bull.
Yeah.
So like based off of my standings, this is where I'd go.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
From a mouthfeel factor, this would be like a 7.9. 7.9. Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking because this is something that I need to separate mouthfeel and taste for sure.
Because I can just understand if you don't like peach, then this
Right.
would be bad.
Yeah. But the mouthfeel of it, I'll give probably like a 7.5. I think
Wow.
pretty average. I would think.
Okay, so like an 8.2 overall.
No,
8 and a
drop that
quarter?
average down.
Yeah.
But that's higher than
Which I
Red
think
Bull,
is a-
right?
Yeah,
Because you scored
Red Bull
Red Bull
7.7.
You scored that pretty generously.
That has more mouthfeel than Red Bull. So that would
Yeah.
make
Mhm.
sense in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole half a point higher than Red Bull.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah,
Okay.
I do too.
Especially since all of us have raving reviews about Ghost.
Yeah.
All right, send
cool.
it down the line, Park Nut.
So we'll go back to a more classic. We'll just go with Rockstar now.
I don't know. Wait, hang on.
Oh,
Joe that blew up on Parker's pants.
Let the record show, it definitely blew up.
Let the record
Holy
show.
crap.
Yeah.
Many
Yeah,
jokes.
I don't know the last time. I don't actually know if I've had a Rockstar. If I'm totally
Hate
honest.
the color Rockstar, dude.
Yeah, I'm good.
Give me like 2 sips at least. Perfect.
Oh, I think that smells the worst.
Ugh.
Oh, that's
Red Bull on overdrive.
yeah.
That's
Yeah. That's
so. This
rough.
is
It
Red Bull
has-
that's been opened in a fridge for 3 months.
It has the most offensive smell. It has the most offensive color.
It has foam.
Yeah.
It is foam.
It's the color
is foamy.
of Werner's ginger ale.
That's accurate. There you go.
Oh,
It's foamy
man.
pee.
This is like when you're slightly dehydrated. You're peeing for the first time in like 6 hours.
You got the foam.
Oh, fair enough.
This is
Yeah.
like
Okay. Oh, I guess we're going.
The smell. I can't hit down the smell. I can't put it past just Rockstar.
The taste is way better than the smell. But it's very similar to Red Bull in taste, I feel like.
it is.
Such like a more aggressive Red Bull flavor.
Wait a minute. There's like a candy aftertaste, though. Way after the fact.
It is pretty candied.
It's like almost like Pez or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like a dry candy, like Pez.
Yeah.
There's a little more burn on the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Than Red Bull.
Which I don't know if
Red
that's
Bull.
good or not in terms of the mouthfeel of this.
No, because then it makes the back of my teeth chalky.
A little bit, yeah, tingly. Like Pez tingly. Yeah.
Now my mouth has like that chalkiness.
Yeah, like sweet tart, like we talked about for Red Bull, is chalky, but it's also like a sour sweet type
Yeah.
thing.
And
Whereas
the-
this is Pez.
And now after I swallowed, the back of my throat feels like I just drank Werner's or some kind
Yeah.
of like ginger ale almost.
Yeah, I can see that. This one, I'll be honest, Rockstar ends up being like the main one I'll drink. Because what usually happens is I'll be at Target doing some last minute shopping before my next social event, whether it's like I'm going to watch a movie or I'm going to like young adults or whatever. And I'm like, I'll just grab an energy drink on the way out. Rockstar is so, for whatever reason, so easily accessible on my exit points at Target. That's what I end up defaulting to. So like, I agree the scent is more offensive. The color is pretty gross. I haven't seen it. But I think I'm more kind of used to that flavor. I kind of like, it's like Red Bull. For me, it's like Red Bull, but it's fizzier. I didn't take super close note of how my teeth feel afterwards, but that might just be because I'm a little more acclimated to it.
I think it's pretty similar to Red Bull, but Red Bull's like more sour than Rockstar is, just by a bit.
Red Bull just feels more casual.
Yeah.
In terms of like that, need an energy drink for camp, grabbing a Red Bull. And so like,
I wouldn't chug Rockstar.
I wouldn't chug a Rockstar. It's not bad. I honestly, once again, I've only ever had 2 energy drinks. We already had those. Rockstar's not bad. Like, it's just, I'll go first with the rating again. I'll put it like a 6.5 with my rating scale, which is pretty high so far.
I'll go.
I'm worried about some of these tasting really bad, so I'm keeping my options really high.
I'll go with a 7, which is what I gave Red Bull. I think it trades off in some respects.
Sure.
That brings it up and then back down to a 7.
Mm-hmm.
From a strict mouth feel, because like a little bit of a burn, throat,
Chalky.
teeth, chalky. This falls more to like a 6.3, 6.5.
Yeah.
Like, it's I'd say I'm gonna go 6.3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you can go lower.
It's still it's not. Like, I guess it goes back to it's not a bad energy drink. Like Rockstar, I think like we always think like people who drink Rockstar like get a bad rep, but like it's
Okay.
not. it's not bad. And from strictly a mouthfeel, it gives
It just
you
has
way
that
more of an experience
Okay.
than Red Bull,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. All the after effects are
It's like you can notice those subtly, so it's not like
the after effects that are still part of mouthfeel are just like it wasn't pleasant. It doesn't,
Okay.
The pleasant is not back end.
okay, 6.3, 6.5,
Yep.
7.
I feel like Rockstar, when you have it like in your mouth, you're like, oh, this is gonna be smoother than Red Bull was, and then you swallow it, and you're like, oh, I'm kind of
Yeah.
wrong. Like
Okay.
it's way more chalky than I thought it was gonna be when it was just in my mouth.
That's a great assessment on mouthfeel, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a good
That's
mouthfeel
good.
And so originally, when I
That's
took a
good
sip of it,
mouthfeeling.
I'm like, oh, this might actually be higher than Red Bull, which is at a 7.7 right now. So I was like, maybe it would be like an 8. And then like the more I've sat here after swallowing it, I'm
it does
like,
leave quite a bit of aftertaste.
just for the fun of it, I'm gonna give it a 6.9.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Okay,
Nice.
so
So-
where does that put us? Like
So what do you rate it? 7? So like 6.8?
6.5?
No, it would be like
6.6?
6.6, I think. Yeah.
6.6. Yeah.
I think that's fair. And honestly, like I said, I kind of have been acclimating to it, so those I might not have been noticing those.
I
as
mean,
much.
same with Ghost and Red Bull for me.
Yeah.
They got rated really high.
Cool. Next, let's switch it back up. So that's like another classic Red Bull Rockstar Monster, I
Yep.
think, or like the classic staples. Let's switch it up big time with a. It's supposed to be more like a seltzer. So like a
Okay.
LaCroix. It's the Celsius.
Ooh. Now
and this
here-
flavor is kiwi. What is it? Kiwi.
Can I
Kiwi
get
guava.
really quickly? Can I get everyone's mouthfeel rating on a LaCroix?
Terrible.
2?
0.
Maybe, if that.
Andrew, you like
No,
LaCroix a little bit.
But honestly, I'll give it like a 0.7.
0.7? Yeah, fair.
I don't mind the flavor of LaCroix, which again has a little play in mouthfeel.
Sure.
And for all the jokes LaCroix gets about static, it actually
Yeah.
kind of has a staticky
Yeah.
vibe because it is sparkling water basically.
Mm-hmm.
So from straight mouthfeel, it's your baseline. It's a 5 in the sense of like
Mm.
it's full. Like there's a couple other versions of LaCroix that have more flavor.
Yeah, there's some better ones.
Like Spindrift and some of those have more flavor in it. But LaCroix, yeah, it's a 5.5. Like it's just your baseline, like fizzes and you swallow water.
Yep.
So
Valid. Are you supposed to hold LaCroix in your mouth for a little bit before swallowing it? I don't like the burn as it goes down.
yeah.
How's the
Like
the-
that thing.
Would that be rating the throat feel?
I guess so.
Oh, LaCroix's throat feel?
Less than 1.
I'm not even gonna.
All right, so this is Celsius Live Fit Sparkling Kiwi Guava.
All right.
Wait, hang on. Before you open it, I think Rockstar had the best opening sound so far. Right?
So far, I mean,
It was immaculate.
launched. Yeah.
okay, let's see if
It
it,
was
beats
raunchy.
Rockstar. Oh, that
Wow.
was
Like
deeper.
a double hit.
Dude, that was like a transformer. Like
Yeah, that was a
locking in
lot
gu-
deeper.
Wow.
Thank
Do that
you.
again. That's his mouth, bro. That wasn't even.
Rate that on the
edited in.
mouthfeel, bro.
From the fizzy explosion to the smooth sips, every flavor sensation, each little whip. You joined us on this taste adventure. Your support, yo, it's a real treasure. Part 2 is coming next week. Stay tuned. More energy drinks to sip, more ratings soon. We'll dive even deeper into the taste, exploring every nuance, not a moment to waste. So grab your cup, let's sip away. Together we'll explore with no delay. Part 2 is coming, no, don't go astray. Tune in next week and say, what are we talking about today?